and thanks for staying with us. The Customs Management has continued to preach against invasion of duty by importers in all the seaport, airport, and border posts. Also on Customs report, on a command, take delivery of scanning machine for operation at the port. Plus, more report. I am Egiseme Etinye. Stay tuned. The National Assembly members has continued to speak with the Controller General of Nigerian Customs in Abuja. The Controller General of Customs and its management were at the National Assembly venue to brief members about the working of the system. The CG also briefed members on the effort towards eradication of smuggling activities in Nigeria.
Why are we having problem meeting our target? And despite the fact that the National Assembly has put in everything that is necessary to get us moving and collecting the targeted revenue. Mr. Chairman, let me start by saying, unlike my brother in the NNPC, the job of customs is unpredictable. We rely on the market forces that drives the import of items into Nigeria. And as of today, Mr. Chairman, the bulk of our revenue comes from import. In most climes where the customs collect revenue, they rely mostly on excise. And that means the production within the country. Today in Nigeria, as you know very well, Mr. Chairman, the only excise we are authorized to collect is on tobacco and alcoholic beverages. All other industries that produces in Nigeria do not pay excise. And therefore, we narrowed ourselves to that unpredictable ground where we don't have any control as regards the influx of import. And therefore, we are therefore vulnerable to the fact that we can only act with what has been imported. And 2021, we are in fact grateful to God that in 2020, despite the COVID-19, we realized an upgrade with regards to the revenue. And as then, we were able to garner total collection of about 1.5 trillion. And as of today, Mr. Chairman, in the first 6 months of this year, 2021, we were able to make 1.02 trillion. So it then means that we are realizing steady growth in terms of total collection of our revenue. And it is our belief, Mr. Chairman, that if the trajectory continues at this level, then the chances are that we will be collecting at the end of the year an amount to about 2 trillion or 2 trillion plus. That is attributed to the fact that as COVID is subsiding, the market is opening, people are importing. But we do not, and I want to say this, looking far to the future, the issue of import should not be the basis of our revenue collection. We must encourage our own production within the country and therefore expand our excise base. Today we have sung this song several times, that we are supposed to be collecting excise on carbonated drinks.
The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service and also the Commandant of Customs College in Abuja said that the college will continue to improve the skill of custom officers in Nigeria. The ACG also said the college also trained other paramilitary agencies within and outside the country.
If I take it from the basics, the college was designated or has been designated as a regional training center for West and Central African region of the World Customs Organization. So when it was commissioned in 2011, the Secretary General of the World Customs Organization, Kunio Mukuria, when he was actually impressed with the structures that he saw, he requested then that this should serve as a regional training center at the college. And the request was granted immediately by the CG then, late Diko Abdullahi, and the college has functioned then as a regional training center. So we've hosted several regional programs, regional training programs, organized by the World Customs Organization, organized by other international bodies like the UN, AU, ECOWAS, GIZ. So this has actually gone beyond Nigeria. We have a center that is devoted solemnly to that. And beyond the region, I remember that in 2019, the chairperson of the World Customs Organization, who was then the head of Customs Administration of Uganda, paid a visit, to Nigeria, and essentially, he came to the college to interact with the officers and directing staff after delivering a lecture on modern customs administrations and things like that. And because of the kind of this relationship, our African study tour in the college, which we do annually, we go to some African countries. Last year we were in Benin, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Kenya, and those 4 African countries. The year before we were in Ghana, Cameroon, Niger, and one other country. So through this study tour, we are also able to get contact, networking with our colleagues. We're learning from them. They are also learning from us. And we produce research work that we believe will be useful not only for the Customs Administration of Nigeria, but also for other customs administrations in Africa.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service in charge of Zone A has continued to preach to commands operating within the Western Zone to continue to generate more revenue for the nation. She made a pledge when she virtually visited Ikeja Training School in Lagos. She was welcomed by the commandant of the college with her entourage. The college also welcomed her with guard of honor mounted by men of the Nigerian Customs Service. The commandant of the college has this to say.
We are under Zone A. So it's a privilege to the college, that is Customs Training College in Ikeja, that her tour of the commands are commenced from here. We are very happy for the privilege given us for that and the respect given to the college. After all of us here started our careers, really believe it's a great honor for the zonal coordinator that she has started her tour of the commands here. I, on behalf of officers and men in the college, the units that we are hosting here, Customs Police, Strike Force, and National Border Patrol or Border Drill, we welcome the ACG to Assistant Training College Ikeja, and we wish you a safe and secure and fruitful tour.
She briefed them about the expectation from Abuja and how the college should operate effectively.
The college was going to be my first port of call because it's somewhere that's very dear to my heart. This building here holds so many memories for me, and I kind of feel nostalgic coming into this place after 33 or 34 years that we passed out. Also, it's a follow-up to the CGC's earlier visits to assess the needs of the training college. And we needed to do another tour to really identify and see what is of urgent need, so those needs can be addressed immediately. I can see that the training college, under the able leadership of Serikin Kebi, we were all here some 34 years ago. But one thing I want to make clear to you is that the CGC, Colonel Ibrahim Ahmed Ali, retired but not tired, is very passionate about welfare. Hello? Okay. Is very passionate about the welfare of officers. That is why most of our barracks currently now, the contracts have been awarded. You know, accommodation is one of the problems of officers in the zone. Contracts for about 180 rooms at the Medical Road has been awarded. We're waiting for the contractors to move into site. Even Marine Base 2, the contract has been awarded to create about 150 new blocks, new rooms for officers and men. Is very, very mindful that officers have to be comfortable so that we can get the best from you. And that is why he himself was here like a month ago to assess the needs of the training college. And I know that very, very soon we have our contractors moving into sites to give the training college a facelift, which is urgently needed from the little that we have seen today by this visit. I'm also going to take it back to management. Luckily, we have a meeting tomorrow and tell them that I was here and that there's urgent need for innovation as training is going to commence very soon. We're all aware that we just concluded the recruitment exercise for 3,200 men, officers and men, and training is going to commence soon. And accommodation is key when you are training. We're all here, we're accommodated, we're very comfortable when we're training. And so I can assure you that very soon, the contractors will move into sites and give the training college its desired facelift.
The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, in charge of Zone A, was also at the Airport Command, where she was briefed about the revenue generation of the command by the controller.
We have two major terminals, Sakol and Nako. They all operate import and export. We have staff strength of 515 officers. Our July figure stands at 4,392,217,953. August, we collected 4,363,326,655,000, higher than that of the August 2020 by 832,189,138.
Now, when I took over this command, the average duty that I met on ground monthly was within the range of 250 million to 400 million per month. However, we decided, when we came on board, decided to do some changes. We put the right officers at the right places and blocked some loopholes, and we were able to raise it to 1.4 billion per month. So all in all, this year, so far we have collected 12.6 billion in this command. In the course of our job here, we have done a lot of interceptions, both in parcels and within the passenger baggage. Some of the things we'll be able to intercept include drones. Those that don't have EUC, we outrightly seize them, while those that have are actually confirmed if actually the consignee is qualified to enjoy that EUC. In terms of currencies, we'll be able to intercept currencies in various forms US dollar, euro, pounds, and bitcoins. For this year, from January to date, the total value of interception in terms of currencies is within the range of 461 million. And this is an example of bitcoins for those that have not seen it before. These are bitcoins. Each of them is currently value is about 21 million naira, each of the coins here. So we have transferred those that are with us before, and these ones we're going to ship them to Abuja in the next batch.
The ACG responded by urging them to continue to increase on their revenue generation and the fight against smuggling at the airport.
One of the major problems in this parts of NACO and SACOL is all these unutilized airway bills. And I'm happy in your speech you told us that you're on them, and the APM is every day she's profiling and calling and blocking, and that is the way to go to be able to get to your targets. And the Ember months are coming. I pray that we have more importations. The exchange notwithstanding, they will still travel and bring things. And the duty is on us to collect the maximum collectible. And I'm sure you're up to the task. The controller, my brother and my very good friend, is up to the task. And with your crop of these officers, I'm sure the sky is the limit for MM Cargo. Issue of scanners, e-Customs is going to take care of all of that. Because with the advent coming on board of e-Customs, we're going to have scanners for pallets, for the airports, body scanners for the ports. The scanners that are coming now on the 14th, they're for Apapa Tinkan and One. But with e-Customs, they have taken care of airport scanners for the airports, particularly because it's very, very important. Because you can't continue to rely on FAN. Because the kind of expertise you have is not what they have. So there is no way they can scan your luggages for you. But we'll still take that back to management and discuss with them and see what they can do. I'm happy about the relationship with the agencies we met. You can't exist in isolation. We're in the world of modern technology. You have to share information.
The Nigerian Customs Service Area 2 Command has taken delivery of a cargo scanning machine, as earlier advocated by the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service. The Customs Area Controller described the arrival of the scanning machine as a positive milestone in the service. He speaks more on the scanning machine as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service.
This is not the first time Nigerian Customs Service is operating scanners. So we have scanning officers on ground. Other officers have been recruited and groomed in readiness to operate this scanner. The service providers who will be with us for some time, they will coach our officers through the operation of this modern scanner. That is the system operator, the image analyst, the recheck, and whatever. So it is just like a refresher course we'll expose the custom officers into, and in no time our officers are going to key into the operation of the scanner. As I said, our officers already have knowledge of how to operate a mobile scanner. The only thing they need now is an update, because this is a modern scanner compared to the one we've been using before. So very soon, we are already on ground. Very soon, as the service providers finish their installation, we will work hand in hand with our officers, and we'll be able to key in, and there will be normal operation here. The interesting thing here is that during manual examination, we don't examine more than 100 or 150 containers in a day. Now, with the coming of this scanner, we hope to scan an average of 200 containers on a daily basis, which means the turnover will be high, and it's not all cargo scan that will go scot-free.
The Customs boss says he and his command in Lagos have taken up the crusade against smugglers and economic saboteurs as a personal goal. It must stop in Lagos. He said that the Customs will continue to wage war against smugglers operating along the nation's waterways.
We said to ourselves when we came on board that we must rid this water, this southwestern waters, we must rid it of all criminalities. If you're a good trader, legitimate trader, go about your business. That's what we told ourselves.
He added that his officers have made several seizures, which include foreign shoes, second-hand clothing, and foreign rice. According to him, the seized drugs were intercepted along Kuramo Beach in Badagry. He also seized expired drugs with fake labels.
Don't come because we will dismantle all your apparatus. Don't come. Yeah, it's a no-go area. Don't come at all. My DC enforcement is here. Eh? We are capable and we'll get rid of them.
I am convinced that the Western Marine Command of the Nigerian Customs is working very hard, and not just working hard, but working hard with result.
The acting controller later handed over the seized drugs to the commandant of NDLA in Apapa, including the arrested suspect. He said the items seized include bags of rice, vegetable oil, used tires, and second-hand clothes and frozen products. He pointed out that customs can no longer fold their arms and watch while their colleagues are being slaughtered by smugglers.
For smugglers, I am not unaware of their daring attitude by attacking our operatives unprovoked. Our officers who were escorting seizures were ambushed at 2 a.m. and shot at.
The custom boss says that it's up to the customs to implement government policies and fiscal laws as regards to importation of goods into the country.
This is the season that they ferry in on customs items. And any on custom item that is cited, believe me, we will go after it, no matter where that thing is harbored. As a matter of fact, SEMA empowers us a lot. Farms in Nigeria, but some people choose to smuggle poultry product that has been chemicalized. This is not fit for human consumption. No wonder these days now you see cases of cancer. That's the cause of cancer. One of the causes of cancer. And now some smugglers are desirous and ready to still bring those things in. Like I said, it's going to be tit for tat. We will not allow them to rest, and we will continue to disturb them and make sure they would not bring these things in again.
He expressed concern over the involvement of Dangote trucks in smuggling, said that the management should continue to monitor their trucks. According to him, they use trucks to conceal bags of rice with cement, knowing fully that the cement is poisonous. Over 34 cars were arrested with smuggled rice along the nation's borderline. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Apapa Customs Command has been speaking on the seizure made by the command recently in Lagos. He speaks more on a number of issues.
In the year 2020, worthy of note is the collection of the month of August 2021, which stood at 87.8 billion. This remarkable feat is the first of its kind in the history of the flagship command of the Nigerian Customs Service. In the area of anti-smuggling operation, the command seizure make about 56 containers of various items. Captagon is a controlled substance regarded as one of the most dangerous stimulants being used by insurgent and terrorist groups in the Middle East and other war-torn countries. It is pertinent to note that the suspect in connection with this importation was arrested and is undergoing interrogation to unravel the cronies connected with this illicit trade. The drug and the arrested suspect have been handed over to the NDLE for safe custody, further analysis, extended street value, interrogation, and possible prosecution. Accordingly, the command has launched a full-scale investigation with a view of fishing out people involved in this kind of illicit importation. With this, I'll say thank you.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of Tinkan Customs Command has been speaking on the revenue generation of the command and the seizure made so far.
Fiscal and monetary policies of government in line with import guidelines and documentation requirement, and in line with WCO self-framework of standard respectively. In the meantime, we are ensuring the continuity of value supply chain by safeguarding the health and well-being of officers and men, as well as other stakeholders against the Delta strain of COVID-19 virus. In the area of revenue generation for the period under review, January 1st to 9 September 2021, the command generated a total of 320.96 billion naira. Propeptic, the command during the same period last year, 2020, generated a total of 248.89 billion naira. A comparative analysis of the revenue collection of the two periods indicated a difference of 72.06 billion, representing an improvement of about 28.63%. Export. The command recognized export offers plenty of benefits and opportunity, including but not limited to access to more consumers and businesses.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where seizure worth billions of naira was accepted by some various commands in the country. And also the ACG in Channel Zone A continued to preach to members of the Nigerian Customs Service on how to generate revenue and fight against smuggling in the Western Zone on behalf of the Nigerian Customs Service. For me, Igiseme Edine, thanks for watching.